Welcome to the Lubbock District 2023-2026 Rural Transportation Improvement Program Virtual Public Meeting Pre-Recorded Video Presentation. My name is Christy Schwartz and I am the planner for the Lubbock District. We are here today to go over the projects to be included in the upcoming 2023-2026 Rural TIP. Today we will go over the counties in the Lubbock District and all the roads under the district's care. We will also review the basics of what is the rural TIP and why is it important for you to be here today. We will review how the projects included in the program are selected and classified in order to make the most of the program. Once you understand all of this, you will have the opportunity to review all the projects the Lubbock District has included in the 23-26 program, both the big projects and small supporting projects. We will also go over funding, answering questions on where does the money to pay for these projects come from and how does it get distributed. Lastly, we will outline all the options you have to comment on the projects and their priority. The Lubbock District includes all the counties shown in the map, starting at the top, reading left to right. Palmer, Castro, Swisher, Bailey, Lamb, Hale, Floyd, Cochran, Hockley, Lubbock, Crosby, Yoakum, Terry, Lynn, Garza, Gaines, and Dawson counties. Projects included in the FY 23-26 rural TIP are located within the counties mentioned. The Rural Transportation Improvement Program is a list of local projects to be funded in a TxDOT district over the next 4 years. This means that all projects included in the list are expected to be underway within 4 years following its approval. These are the projects you can expect to go to contract soon. It is multimodal, which means that it can include projects relating to highways, bicycle and pedestrian facilities, transit services, and freight projects, as well as the preliminary studies used to define those projects. Rural TIP is meant to show the regional agreement on the need and priority of transportation project, so all parties involved can be sure they are making the best investment for the community. It is also expected to be consistent with the projects and objectives included in the regional long-range transportation plans to ensure that all agencies are working towards the same goal. The rural TIP is a part of the statewide Transportation Improvement Program, STIP. The program is established by federal law, meaning no project can receive federal funding unless it is listed in the rural TIP. It is important for you to participate because funding secured by this process is intended to address your community's most immediate needs. By providing comments on the priority of the projects included, you are helping us identify regional priorities. By reviewing the entire program in a single meeting, you are having a regional impact, helping us be more effective with your money, and ensuring that we are investing where we should. Rural transportation organizations, metropolitan planning organizations, and local governments are responsible for selecting projects within their boundaries. TxDOT, through the district office, is responsible for selecting of all projects relating to the state transportation system and other national roadways. This includes interstates, state and U.S. highways, but most importantly, this could also include the farm-to-market and ranch-to-market roads you use every day. The projects you will review today should respond to local needs. It is our responsibility to provide you with the opportunity to provide input on which projects should be advanced. Once projects have been defined and they are evaluated according to the scale and classified according to the funding they require as well as the potential impact. Big projects are categorized as regionally significant projects and are included as standalone items. For example, a new interchange on US 60 by Cargill, or a new highway such as Loop 88. To simplify this budgeting and planning process, smaller projects are combined into 11 separate subcategories referred to as grouped projects. Grouped projects include things like landscaping, safety lights, or new bicycle and pedestrian facilities. These grouping practices facilitates the federal funding of smaller projects. For example, the pavement repair of an FM road, seal coats, and illumination projects. This map shows projects highlighted in blue that are included in the FY 2023 rural TIP that are proposed to let between the months of September 2022 to August 2023. Larger copies of the project maps can be downloaded on the project meeting page. Proposed to let means it is ready for a contractor to bid on the project and begin construction. This is a breakdown of each of those projects. This map shows projects highlighted that are included in the FY 2024 rural TIP that are proposed to let between the months of September 2023 to August 2024. Larger copies of the project map can be downloaded on the project meeting page. This is a breakdown of each of those projects. This map shows projects highlighted that are included in the FY 2025 rural TIP that are proposed to let between the months of September 2024 to August 2025. Larger copies of the project map can be downloaded on the project meeting page. This is a breakdown of each of those projects. This map shows projects highlighted that are included in the FY 26 rural TIP that are proposed to let between the months of September 2025 to August 2026. Larger copies of the project maps can be downloaded on the project meeting page. This is a breakdown of each of those projects. The rural TIP functions as a budget list for the district. As such, it is physically constrained. Like the budget of a household, the rural TIP must be realistic about the amount of money available that covers all the needs. Frequently, we identify more improvements than we have money to implement. This means prioritizing according to those items that are most necessary. We've discussed the list, but where does the money come from? Funds come from three main sources. One, the federal government. Through the establishment of the Moving Ahead for Progress in the 21st Century Act, or FAST Act, the federal government allocates these funds through the processes established by the Federal Highway and Transit Administrations. 2. TxDOT. Like the federal government, also allocates a section of the budget for these projects through the Unified Transportation Program's Category 12 funding. And 3. From local governments. Once the need has been identified and the amount of federal money has been defined, the rural TIP helps local governments assess the funding requirements to match those of the federal and state government and their capacity to meet them. Now, after you review and comment on these projects, what is next? The timeline above illustrates the rural tip process and where we are right now. Once your comments have been collected and considered, if necessary, the districts will provide TxDOT with a revised rural tip for approval and integration into the statewide document. The statewide transportation improvement program is built from the rural tip of all the 25 districts in the state, as well as the transportation programs from all the MPOs. The timeline above shows wherein the rural tip process fits into the larger effort. Once the STIP is approved by the federal government, everyone's projects are funded and become one step closer to getting on the ground. Now that you are familiar with the program, we want to hear what you think. Go ahead and fill a comment card and mail it back to Texas Department of Transportation, Lubbock District, Attention, Rural Tip Coordinator, Christy Schwartz at 135 Slayton Road, Lubbock, Texas 79404-5201. You can email your comments to christy.schwartz@texdot.gov with the subject line of FY 2023-2026 Rural Tip. Lastly, you may submit your comments online by going to TxDOT.gov and searching Lubbock Rural Tip. Once on the web page, you can click the Submit Your Comments button to submit your comments online. Comments must be postmarked or otherwise received by Monday, June 6, 2022. Please make sure to send your comments before that date. If after today you would like more information or have any other questions, feel free to reach out or visit the district webpage for updates. This concludes the Lubbock Rural Tip for FY 2023-2026 presentation, and I thank you for your time.